Um, a couple hours pass. It is quiet. Um, kind of a nervous quietness to the journey. I need everybody to roll perception checks for me, please.
Sorry about the bells.
No,
Someone's
it's
getting married.
yeah, apparently it's cool. Okay. Oh wow, Christ. All right. Um, Ramus and Winnow, especially. From the air, Winnow, there is there is this smell of smoke. Like there's something burning that is coming. You're downwind, so it's blowing from north to south, and you catch the scent of charcoal that wafts up your nose. You can't quite see anything, but you smell charcoal. Ramus, you catch the same scent as well. When you look around, Ramus, at Black Dog and at Black Dog, he immediately like his head perks up and he starts looking at the road as if waiting for something. He seemed really really tense. Winnow, Wildbeak also seems rather tense as well. And they're just keeping their eyes straight north. If you try to kind of move Wildbeak to the side a little bit, try and get his attention, his eyes just stare straight down the road you guys are traveling, straight up to the north, with this kind of look of slight fear in his eyes.
I speak to him and ask
Okay.
me, what do you see?
At this moment, Orange Cat also pops his head out of your bag also, and just looks. Yes, you are in deciduous forest, so you guys probably exited Datsun. Let me get my pinging tool through this road up here,
Okay.
and you're just headed straight north to Wingfall. So it's deciduous forest for the most part. In the far north, while you're on, traveling ahead of your hawk you know that you'll probably hit plains pretty soon. The majority of Leona is a type of plain landscape where lots of wheat and lots of barley are grown, sometimes hops. Um, but but not yet. You guys are deciduous forest. It's rather thick as you get away from the city. Not much light passage through the canopy of foliage in this area. And when you cast Speak with Animals, Winnow, you the 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 griffin's like hippogriff's like no 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 not again. um
Is it a dragon?
he the hippogriff kind of nods. He's fire, lots of, and at this point you see Lek and Pip come to a complete halt. um Ramus, you notice that Lek takes out what looks like a stone. She puts it up to her ear, and she starts nodding. And then she looks to the party. She puts a hand to stop everybody, and she says, "We have trouble. We have trouble right now." And she hops off her wagon, and she reaches into her bag and she takes a couple scrolls out.
I
And
immediately start tracking.
okay. Um, are you trying to track the dragon himself?
Yep.
All right. Roll survival, or is it nature or survival? I think it's nature. Roll nature. Um,
It's survival.
I think
survival. Okay. Roll survival for your tracking check. Um,
Should I get it? No, never mind. I mean, because my natural explorer is the forest, but I'm not sure if I get advantage on this particular roll.
I think you get, if you have forest as your favorite
Yeah, is it
terrain.
your favorite terrain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you get advantage. Um, whatever you're trying to. So the dragon's probably not in the immediate area at all. It is probably very very far up north, but you're just getting those whiffs of charcoal through your nostrils. Lek starts making a huge circle in the ground, and she's like, "Has anybody ever fought a dragon before?"
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
defending.
You're gonna need it. We got
Yeah,
we got we got troubles.
I died.
what color? Which color? Say as I say, and gather around everyone.
Red, she says. Red, and I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
She's like, I can give the major. So we're gonna teleport. She takes out some scrolls. I have these on for an emergency. Emergency. We're gonna teleport. She looks to Alina and the prisoners and Ironwood, who's still in pretty bad. He's still limping a little bit, and like to the rest of the convoy. As soon as we hit Wingfall, you go into my bunker as soon as possible. I will point you to it. She looks to you three. You three are coming with me.
Just two things before we go.
Yes.
Two things I would like to know from my tracking check
Mhm.
is how long ago did they pass through this area, and if it's just one.
Because of how far Wingfall is still north ahead of you guys, the fact that you can smell the burning coming from the north, it's a lot of fire. It
Oh crap.
it's a lot of fire. It's so much fire. Um, and Lek will say it's two.
Nice. Great. It's too great. Guys,
How old are they?
I can get their
Are
size.
there old dragons, adult?
They're young, and I think you know them.
Yeah.
Of course
Okay.
they are.
What do you plan? I looked at her that said that B3 was going to follow her. Do we mean, are we going to fight them?
I I have a plan. And Pip immediately looks at Lek. It's like, you mean the spell? And I'm like, she's nods. There's a spell I can cast to make this a little easier for us. I can do it to
Can I
one
say for
dragon.
us or for you?
On the dragon. I can cast it on one. I can't cast it on the other. But it should make the fight a little bit easier. While she's telling you this, she takes out two scrolls of teleport. She hands one to Winna, and she hands the other to Ironwood. This I am going to tell you where this is going to take. This will take you to my orphanage. When you immediately go in there, my associate Hunter will help you get inside. Tell him you know me. Tell him you were traveling with me. He knows I was out on this excursion. He will immediately bring you to the bunker. She turns to the rest of you. You're going to be in the city with me. You our first our first the first rule is we get all the civilians into the orphanage as soon as possible. We get them behind my walls. We make sure that people are alive. Our next objective is to kill these motherfuckers. And she looks at the three of you and she says, We'll break up into 2 teams to take on these guys. You guys will form one team. I will form the other with Pip, with Hunter, and with some of. I can send some of the guard your way to help. It sounds like that's not. It's not only the dragon. We're dealing with kobolds as well.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand from the.
There. It looks like you pissed off some dragons, and they're very pissed.
That's why I like them.
That's good. That's good because you're gonna need that. She immediately, you know how to use a scroll, right? Winnow, she says.
Yeah.
Okay. Teleport allows you to teleport 8 others with you between the 2 groups, since there are 11-ish people plus probably 14 at this point altogether. She splits the party. Ironwood with the rest of the NPCs will go straight to the temple. It's inscribed on the scroll, one written, where they would end up. You guys are going to go to Wingfall into the center of the city with her. From what you can tell when she was talking on her sending stone, it's a large attack. They are attacking from 1, 2, 3. Let me see the city map. They are attacking from 1, 2, 3. They are attacking from 2 points in the city. The third point is a waterway, so they are not able to get there rather easily. But they are attacking from actually a mountain pass. Ramus, this is what you know about Wingfall as well. You've been around the area. This is Wingfall. It's a small-ish town. There is currently a church of Pelor being built, a monastery, but you've heard in rumors that has been it won't be completed for a while. So what they were trying to do is they were trying to have this large force of Pelor forces in Wingfall because it's near the coast, but they haven't been able to complete construction of it yet. From what you can gather from the Sending Stone, they are going to attack they are attacking through this pass over here and through the this smallish mountain range that Wingfall kind of borders a little bit. There isn't any attacks going through the water. The orphanage, unfortunately, is next to one of the passes, but you remember. Actually, roll intelligence check for me, Ramus. Let's see if you remember this. It's more of a fine detail. Nope. You're not sure why Lek is telling people to go to the orphanage. You can't quite remember that building in particular on your trip to Wingfall. There's something about it, but you can't quite remember why she wants all the civilians to go there immediately. While she is telling you all this, you've noticed that Pip has gathered people in like a tighter formation, especially with the NPCs. She's gathering them in a tight formation, and when Pip gives the thumbs up to Ironwood, Ironwood starts speaking this language from the scroll, and then they just blip out of existence. Lek looks to you, Winnow, and looks at the rest of the party. Well, are you ready? I mean, I can answer any questions right now. I might be a little bit preoccupied when we get to the city.
I turn to the hippogriffs and say, I speak with animals with them and say, well, we're gonna go into the city. I want you to hide and only act if if you see that I'm dying or something like that. And attack from above, but keep away otherwise. And then I look at the cat and say, do you want to be on the griffins hiding, or do you want to be on me where the fire will be?
I've come this far living. I kind of want to see what this cleric can do. So he's like, I'm staying with you.
Okay, good. And I look back at the cleric. I don't really have any question because I don't really know how it will look when I come there. But I will cast a spell on all of us, so we will actually be hiding when we come there, so we can get an first strike advantage anyway.
She kind of has this far off look in her face, and she's like, it's good to travel with nature folk again. Let's do this.
I said,
She.
don't I get the option to hide as well?
Are you
I cast
casting?
passive-
He's casting Pass Without a Trace, so it emanates from Winnow, and then everybody will get.
Hide with the eyeball.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm joking. Come on. Let's kill some dragons.
Okay. So you see Lek take out her massive club. She puts it in both her hands. Pip takes out this tiny staff, and it's tiny quarterstaff, and she embeds it into the earth. And she looks like she's steeling herself for battle. All right, let's do this. If you please, my dear, could you read the scroll?
I read the scroll.
All right, you see this. It seems to come to you rather easily after you start reading these arcane runes, and you guys blip. There is a momentary moment of darkness, and then when it's as if you blink. When you arrive in the city, immediately the smell of sulfur and smoke just hits you like a wall. As when your eyes finally adjust, there is circles of fire around you. You are essentially in what is the market square. There are people running around screaming. There are militiamen and Church of Pelor soldiers rushing every which way, trying to immediately put out the fire, leading people towards what looks like the orphanage. And Ramus, you can confirm this because you don't know why the orphanage was such a big deal, but you know the general direction of the orphanage, and it's right about around there. You know where they're taking them.
Okay.
And immediately there is hordes of kobolds of different color, and some of them even winged, like descending from the alleyways and rooftops. And we can all roll initiative, please. I will bring your characters out.
Before we do that, when we arrive, I pull my hair back, I tie it with an elastic band.
Okay, yep.
From the hair, and I talk to Winnow and I say, mate, no, well, milady, you definitely need to improve your Elvish.
I say in ancient Sylvan. I don't think so.
Alright, so that's Winnow. That's you.
Nice.
And that is Ramus. And I'll put Lek's characters on Lek and Pip on here rather soon. So she is a cleric. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
That's how I like it.
cleric. No, that's fine.
Oh my god.
Holy crap. We have good initiative rolls today.
Alright, I need to actually zoom in a little bit, so I don't get blinded. And there is a gnome. Gnome, please. Alright, so we got that. Wow, that's a lot of folks. Alright, and the gnome, just to be easy, we'll just make the gnome this blonde chick just for... There we go. Alright, so that's Pip, that's you, and we don't really need to see where the kobold... There are everywhere. You couldn't step 10 feet without looking at a kobold. So when you guys kill the appropriate amount of kobolds, they look like they're endless. There's fire everywhere. You see that there are soldiers locked in combat with these little people. Overhead, you hear the roar of this massive beast just flying overhead, scorching a line of houses. You see that there is another distant roar towards the northwest, where you think there's some combat going on with the other dragon, and you see Lek just look up, and she says, "Well, there's Mama. She looks really angry." And she's going to also roll initiative. So her initiative isn't that great because she's a freaking cleric. So d20 plus probably 1. She only rolls a 12 on initiative. I'm going to have the kobolds go in 3 separate groups, so since there are so many of them. And each group will say there's about maybe 6 per group. And then Pip is she's a little better on dexterity, so Pip is gonna come in at a 21. Right, so she's pretty stealthy. You see her hands start glowing with this divine like power, which has blooms of green surrounding it. And then I will roll for the group 1. Roll d20 plus 1, 8. So there's only 8 for that group. Group 2 is going to roll d20 plus 1, 17. And then the last group is going to roll a plus 1, an 18. Alright, so group 3 goes at an 18. And let me just go with that, 18. Alright, and we are descending. Okay. Actually, Winnow, what is your dexterity, out of curiosity?
20.
20, and Arendelle, what is your dexterity?
Sorry, it's plus 4.
Is it 20 or 18? Alright, so Winnow's going first. Alright. Oh, Julie's here too. So Julie is gonna roll an 18 for initiative, but she will probably go. Ramus, what's your dexterity?
18.
18. So you will go before them. Julie will actually go before you. Julie goes at a 18. Alright, descending. So that. You will go before. Julie will go for you. You're there. Lex there. Okay. Winnow, there is. Oh, let me get Julie's token too while I do this. Winnow, there are a group of 18. Well, 3 groups. Each group about 6 individuals each. They look like they're forming in a unit. There are 18 kobolds around you. Most of them look like your standard, obsidian spear, leather-wearing kobold, stuff you've probably seen not close, but around your grove before that usually aren't very intimidating. But they are literally just all around you. What would you like to do?
Is there anywhere close to me that I could potentially hide if I would like roll behind a wall or something?
There are barrels and there are large crates around your area. You're essentially in the marketplace of Wingfall, so there are probably stands that were setting up this morning that were going to sell goods until this attack came. So you can definitely hide behind something if you wish to.
Alright, then I thunder wave the largest group and then I try to roll behind cover.
All right. Thunderwave is a cone. How many can you possibly get in that cone if they were all
It's a
together?
15 feet cube, so 3 meters. That depends how tight they are, I guess.
I'll say
Fifteen.
you can get 4. With that thunderwave, you guys just kind of appeared in the middle of the square. There's a lot of kobolds. They're a little surprised. They're like, we're fighting, and now there are people, and we're fighting some more. Yeah, you can definitely do a thunder wave and get a group of 4 kobolds. All right,
Yeah.
so they have to roll saves, right?
Yeah, Constitution save.
All right, let me get what's the number that's got to be hit? Did we get past? Winnow has passed without a trace on her. So within how many feet do they have to be within you to?
They can move how long they want because it's like as long as I concentrate on it.
Okay, as
They
long as.
only have to be close to me when I casted it.
All right, so you do have it, Ramus. You do have that ability. You were hit with it. Where are?
I'm trying to see how much do you have as a druid in? I think it's plus your wisdom, but do you start at 10 or at 12? This casting thing. I never learned this.
I'll say you still have. You guys were close together, so you guys. Why don't I have kobolds in this book? Oh, there it is, 195. I was like, these are main like villains in early. Okay. So okay. So you get 3 small kobolds. They have to roll dexterity checks. So roll. I'm gonna get my dice because there's so many of them that I can just roll some d20s. Hold on. Alright, I don't know where my dice bucket is, but I found a handful of dice somewhere. Alright, so there are 4 in here. They get +2 to their... so I am going to say that... What is the DC I have to hit?
It's a Constitution save against 14.
Okay, Constitution save. Against 14. Fail. They all fail. Because they have -1 Constitution. So what is damage, please?
They take this much.
Alright.
And it's pushed back 10 feet.
You don't have to worry about that because with that blast of the thunder wave, bodies just fly into the nearby stone wall. You hear the sound of bone breaking as their small little bodies collide into this wall of stone that they happen to hit behind them. A couple fall into the stands of the marketplace themselves, just cracking the wood. They all fall limp. Kobolds aren't the toughest guys in the neighborhood. So that's 4 gone, just like that. And
movement I roll behind barrels or something.
okay, that's cool. So you duck and just roll. Aaron, though, it's your turn.
I'm like, well, that's impressive. Am I stealth?
Not quite. You'll have to get into stealth. You kind of just appeared in this marketplace. I mean, you could easily get behind a stand or a crate or a barrel. There's lots of cover around you. Lots of cover that's not on fire.
Okay, so I swiftly roll behind a barrel.
Okay, so you duck, you roll behind like this large apple barrel of sorts. Okay.
And as I finish my roll, I draw an arrow.
Okay.
Fuck, an arrow. That's the word I was looking. And I cast the. What do I cast, guys? I cast the Ale of Thorns
Okay, excellent.
spell on the group that hasn't been hit
Okay.
yet.
So how many can you? Okay, so large creatures. They have to succeed.
No, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Aaron. All right. What's the right hero thorns? All right. So, okay, DC 13. All right. There is a group of each creature within 5 feet. They're in a large group, so I'm gonna also say that how many roll a die to see how many are together? 5. I'm gonna say 5 are together, close enough together to be hit by this hail of thorns. This is a dexterity check. Let's see. All right. So 2 of them saved. 3 of them failed. They didn't roll over. The 3 didn't roll over 7. So they will take full damage
If I hit.
if you hit. I think you can hit. You hit. You hit a lot. Do you do more than 5 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay, they all like. All right.
That's okay. So sorry. So the 13 is just for one of them,
Mhm.
and then the 5 is towards the 5 that she decided that there are within the 5 feet range.
Got
Am I
it.
making any sense?
So 3 of them definitely fall. They, there's this hail of thorns that just rain from the sky, piercing their little puny bodies. Blood capillaries exploding from the thorny hits. 2 of them do appear to to
Can I
still
say
be
sorry?
standing a little bit. They're
I-
bad, but they're still standing.